everyone out there. How are you doing, guys? It still remain me, Mofio Joe. I know it's been a while. How are you guys doing? It has been a very tough period, very cold weather, holiday, and you guys who are out there, I really give it to you. How's everybody doing? I know you guys have been saying that it's been a while that I've come onto this program. Yeah, because of moving of studio here and there, but we're now in a bigger studio. We know what we're doing, and then we're very comfortable, and then with a very good program coming up. We have lots of program coming up for you on this channel. Yeah, as I said, I still remain yours, Mofio Joe. So what are we gonna talk about today? I've already spoken about it before, and that is time clipping. If you check my channel, you realize I've spoken about it before. But because of a lot of people that have come into this field, and that's why I'm trying to bring most of the program back again for people to know, the new people in the country, to know what it is, what they should look for. And if I may go back to the reason why I started this program. I started this program because I found out that people always get into one trouble or the other. That is why I said that, okay, I will try to contribute my own quota in helping you guys out there, what you should look for, what you shouldn't be doing, because sometimes something that you take your eye away from, something so small, so little, is what we causes trouble, which I really don't want. That's what I said. I'll be going out there to tell you guys what you need to look for. That's why I said, okay, let me start this program and see where we are. When you go to my channel, I've gone through different topics from medication, moving and handling. I think I've done time clipping before. Yeah, the do's and don'ts in this field. So you just check it and you will see there are a lot of things, there are a lot of topics that will be very easy for you. Almost everything there will be very easy for you, because I actually created those content from my own point of view, from my own experience, from what I've had to face in terms of safeguarding, and why you guys shouldn't be doing all those things. You might not be thinking that there's anything, especially people who just come into the country with different culture. The way you speak, the way you look, the way you interact, the way you smile, everything I've got meaning in this job. But you guys are doing a great job, while a lot of people are out there on holiday enjoy themselves. You are there looking after the elderly ones and the vulnerable ones, both the adults and the youths. Here you are doing your job, doing the great job out there. I give it to you. Kudos to you guys for doing a great job. So what is time clipping? As you all know, time clipping is when you are supposed to spend a certain amount of time with your service user, and then you decided to spend far less. Like you pop in, you pop out. It's a fraudulent act if you get caught. Yeah, and there are limits that you can go for before you get caught in this system. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying, that the new people in the country, that's why I'm trying to let them know the do's and don'ts. You might be thinking that, okay, where you come from, you can do a shortcut in this place. The avenue for you to do any shortcut is very minimal, very small. You even blame yourself for taking that shortcut. You rather do it the way you should be doing it rather than taking the shortcut. But sometimes, as I always said, this is always what it is. You just have to do things in the right way. Whatever that is there to be done, place, not just going there to do it, doing the right way. You go to your clients. Yeah, there are other occasions. You go to your clients, they don't need you. They don't need anything from you. They just want you to, okay, just prepare me a cup of tea, and that's all. If your client asks you to leave, yeah, that's your client, but you won't also leave. You will need to call your line manager. Maybe that is your coordinator, maybe your direct manager. It depends on different organizations. Some provider might be saying that, okay, just you are directly linked to your coordinator. Some might be telling you that you are directly linked to the manager or your quality assurance manager. It depends. So you call them, you tell them, no, okay, this is what my client just said, and I've just spent 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So far your client confirm it, okay, you have to leave. Yeah, that is formal. But when you pop into a client's house and they said, okay, you don't know what, I'm all right, I'm even sleeping, and then you take the opportunity and just walk out. No, you've not done the right thing. Though it was your client that said you should leave, but you've not completed the engagement. You've got to relay whatever information that you have back to your office. Somebody sent you there, so they will then relay it back to whoever, social services, NHS, whoever. It might even be private. So that's why you have to do the thing in the right way. You just don't do things for the sake of doing things. But why I'm so concerned about this is that the information I'm getting from people that I know is that people who are just coming to this country, they see it as an opportunity to rake up hours. I don't think so. I don't think you have to do such a thing. Because if you get yourself into any trouble, it will be worse than that few quid that you want to pocket from not doing anything. There is just no shortcut to glory. Just do what you're asked to do. And even the worst thing is that most local authority, they've already said the minimum, maybe 23 minutes from half an hour, and 38 minutes from 45 minutes, and so on and so forth. So, but why can't you just spend 23 minutes? You still have these 7 minutes that you can hold on to from wherever. And then holding on to 7 minutes. Yeah, there will be other area that you spend more than 1 hour. Yes, I get that. But still, popping in, popping out, spend 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Imagine putting yourself in that kind of your service shoe. Do you want to be paying somebody £10 for, let's say, for an hour, but they only spend 2 or 3 minutes and they still expect £10? How will you feel? It's like you pay for a service to be delivered to you, and then 1/3 of that service is delivered to you. Are you going to be so happy to pay for that thing? I bet you the answer will be no. So if you are unable to do that, if you can't pay, if you are in the issue, so why are you doing the same thing to other people? And that is even a general service. In social work, you are there to look after somebody. Being a carer, even the way the word sound is supposed to be caring. When people tell you, okay, I don't need any services. And nowadays, most people, we are looking after services with dementia. You see people, you see carer walking out just thinking that, okay, she or she said they don't need anything to a dementia sufferer. So is that a service you are delivering, or you are just after that money? And if you are after that money, I'm telling you, you won't last in this job. It's even good for you not to last in this job than not to be in problem. I always tell some of my career, so far you know that you are going out there, you're not going to do a good job, go back to your bed. Go and sleep. It does not worth it for you to go out there and cause yourself a massive problem. How much are you going to make in a day? If the problem comes in, you will forget about all those money. Just do the right thing. This job is very, very easy. I always tell people, you've already waken up in your house, you go to work, then just do the job. But you guys want to go to work late and you want to leave the same work early. I don't know how you want to do that. Yeah, I know it's a very tough job, especially you carers in domiciliary setup. It's very tough to be walking around, popping up here and there, running after bus for those who are running after bus. And for those people who you are in the rural area, they have a car that takes you around. By the time you're waiting for your driver to come, might be outside there in the cold. I get it. That's why I always praise you guys. Whenever people talk about care, I always defend care to the end. Because if people knows the job, the kind of job you are doing, they will always be giving you that respect. Yeah? But what we're doing at all is what we're doing well. But when you are not doing something very well, what you should be doing very well, then there is a problem. It shows that it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be doing the job. But once you already make up your mind to do the job, why not doing it very well? Why do you have to clip time? Why do you have to pop in, pop out? Those savages are their father to some people, their granddad to some people, their moms to some people, their grandmom to some people. So let's just flip this side of the coin and it comes to your end. How will you feel? Always put yourself in their own shoe. And that is the side of the client. But out of your organization, the business they build up all this while, you will just come and then put everything down. And whenever they come to conclusion, the training is not enough. I always tell people it's not just about training. Sometimes it's about culture. Spot checks is not well. It's not about supervisions. There are a lot of people. Yeah, you still get them out. You sieve them out. But sometimes before you sieve them out, they will have caused a lot of issues. Because the toughest set of carer to get caught up with are domiciliary carers. Because how do? You can't be in everybody's place at the same time. Even if you're going, your supervision is up to date, your spot check is up to date, everything is up to date. How do you follow a client, a carer all around? So you can only continue to make sure that, okay, you improve on your supervision's level, and then you call them and you get rid of them. But if you continue to get rid of them, where are you going to see the carer? So, but for the new carers that just come into the country, sometimes I even say that I don't know why you guys are clipping time. I don't know why you are rushing in, you are rushing out. It shows that most of you do not know the terms and conditions of your job. You are guaranteed a particular hour per week. You don't need to be running up and down. Yeah, for those people who are on zero contract, then I get it, but they shouldn't be doing it because that is against the job. But for you guys who just come into the country with a contract, that's okay, you have this particular hour guaranteed every week. So far you are able to do it. This is your job. So if you're not able to do it, that's your own job. You still now be clipping. How much do you want to make? You want to make 80 hours, 100 hours per week? 1 million hours per week? Always look at the other side of this situation. There is massive safeguarding going on out there now. People just behaving anyhow. Yeah, I will see you. There's another topic that we go into probably next week about cultural differences. That is one is totally different thing. Because when this program of bringing people in was introduced, I said something to some of my colleagues. Yeah, it will actually help in one area, but it will bring another problem. And that is the problem that is bringing now. And I think maybe I mentioned in one of my programs. The problem that you will be bringing is the cultural differences and people bringing all sorts of from wherever they come from. It's think people who come down here because they believe they are smart. What I want to advise you that you can be smarter wherever you come from. You can't be outsmart the system. I bet you. I bet you. You can't outsmart the system. And if you get caught, people can, as you come down to this country, the same way you will go back. The same way you will go back. Because if you go down an issue, even if you come and you go back gently, that will be another thing. If you don't go to prison before you go back home. So just calm, relax. The money will come provided you do the job. And what does it take to do the job? It's just to know your stuff. You guys, when you are trained, please follow your training schedule. Don't just be thinking that, okay, you can use your common sense. There is nothing like common sense in this job. I always tell me, there is nothing like common sense. Leave common sense aside and follow the rules. There are rules and regulations that guide you. There are training that guides you. So just follow those trainings. There are lots of trainings that will go against your own thinking that, okay, it shouldn't be. But it's better for you to follow that, what you think it shouldn't be, than to create something from your head. It's very simple. You're trained, follow your training. If nothing is not clear to you, ask your superior. Do what you have to do. Don't clip time. Clip time is a fraudulent act. It's a fraudulent act. You can be, a lot of things can happen to it. It depends on who is handling your case. It depends on who is handling it. You will see some people that will just take it to the next level. We can lead to neglect. And neglect could lead to prosecution. Because it depends on the condition they made. They made the service user when it all happened. If it affects service user everything and somebody that is handling it happens to be very tough, they could take it to be, okay, raise safeguarding, which they could bring neglect out. And then at the end of the day, we don't know what will happen to service user if police get involved and they believe that, okay, in the interest of public, in public interest, they've got to escalate it. You're gonna be a mess. So please, don't clip time. You can imagine if somebody said they will pay me 30 minutes for spending 23 minutes, why would I spend 23, 24 minutes? So if you have 10 shifts to attend to in a day, 7 minutes for that 10, that is over an hour that you've already saved. So please do the right thing. Do the right thing. I want you guys to always check in on some of my other programs, because in the next few weeks we'll be coming out with some sort of programs. We have politics today, sport, politics today. We all know what is going on around the world. So we'll be bringing you first class information. Everything that you want out there, we'll be bringing you on this channel. Yeah, we have politics today. We have newspaper review. We'll be reviewing newspaper all over the world, wherever the newspaper comes from. So I don't want you guys to leave this channel. Always check on this channel. You can just subscribe to our channel, so whenever we have any new information, we just alert you. I will always be here for you. So let me go back to what I'm talking about, which is time clipping. I only have about 9 minutes more. Sometimes you get to your clients, you've already done what you need to do. Sometimes you are not gonna do anything self, but there is emotional support of a part of your job, which means you go out there. Some clients don't even need you to even prepare the meal. What they just need is that a companion within that short period of time, just to talk to them. If you look at those people, maybe they've never even set their eyes on their family. That is why they ask you to be going there. So you go there, you speak to them, you talk to them, you converse with them. By the time you are living, you'll be fulfilled. That you make somebody happy. And when you are leaving, they even ask you, when are you coming back? That one is more than enough to make you feel happy, to make you fulfilled about what you're doing. It's more than enough. But if everything we have in our head is about how much goes into my account, how many millions of hours I want to do, in the first place, why in this job? You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be doing it at all. You shouldn't be doing this job. You are a carer, you need to be caring. So going into somebody's house and leaving them quickly because they said they don't need anything. Do you ever even pick it in your mind that, wait a minute, they are paying for this service now. So if we don't even need anything, what do I do? I don't want to talk into a situation whereby some of you go to your client's house and be, what can I do for you? People say it's all about training. I've seen people who have been in this job for years and they stay asking that kind of question. It shouldn't be if you know your stuff very well, if you know your job. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be asking that kind of a question. You must have read your support plan. So somebody must have briefed you on what to do. And when you read your support plan, all those things should equip you to look after somebody very well. But what I'm really concerned, because this is now going on everywhere, you see people will quickly go out, and some people are so naive, even with the camera in client's house, they will still pop in and pop out, and they think they can lie their way out. You can't lie your way out in this job. You see some people who come in, and then they believe they are, I don't know where they get the idea from, that people in this part of the world, they are dumb. No, they are dumb. They know. They know what they're doing. If you're still escaping the net, it's not going to be forever. I promise you that. It's not going to be forever. It's just a matter of time before you get caught. And when you get caught, it's not a shy play. It's not a shy play. Because by the time you get caught, your stocks just nosedived. And they continue to monitor you, they continue to monitor you, to continue to monitor you. Immediately you want to put the company in mess, they'll put your life in mess first. But if you say, or you are fortunate to meet a manager or a supervisor that is supporting you, it will get to a stage that when it starts to affect the company, they will now push it back to you. You guys who are trained, and if you are not trained to do a job, or if you are not inducted, you have the right to refuse whatever they ask you to do. But you guys who are inducted, but you're still popping in, pop out, that is fraud. It could lead to a jail sentence. It could lead to you going to prison. I always say to people, okay, there are opportunity. This as wide as the opportunity in this field. But going to jail in this field, double that. Double that. It's not fair. It's not fair to be getting paid for a particular hour and spending far less, 4 minutes. I've seen 4 minutes and 5 minutes. And when you start to ask that person, they said they don't need anything. And do you know what that person is suffering from? Yes, what? Dementia. And the dementia sufferer is telling you that, okay, they've eaten since morning and you took that to be correct? So let us do the right thing. Let us do the right thing. I don't want anybody to be in problem. That is why, as I said earlier, that's why I started this program. Because I've seen lots of people getting into the trouble without knowing they are getting into trouble. But if you clip time, you don't tell me you don't know what you are doing. You don't tell me that. If you believe that, okay, you can spend 2 minutes, 5 minutes in somebody's house and then trying to clean for 30 minutes. I knew about a certain council that if you spend anything less than 23 minutes, you only get, even if you spend 22.59, you only get paid for 15 minutes. But not all borough does that. So maybe when we get to that stage, when immediately you spend less than 23 minutes, you only get paid for 10 minutes. Maybe things will be better. Maybe people will know that, okay, they need to spend that. And it's not just about going to your clients because you want to spend 23 minutes. You've got to do something. You've got to do something. There's no difference in you going to your clients and then just stay around, not really happy. Maybe you prepare to, you just stay maybe somewhere and then start chatting on your phone. There's no difference in you doing that and you staying in your house and not coming at all. What have you done? Those people need you to engage. That is why they call you a carer. You've got to care for these people. So, yeah, it is what it is for today again. Just have half an hour. The time will just fly. So, hopefully from next week again, that'll be the new year, God willing. You will all be here. Then I will be going through all this. Yeah, mainly most of the topics that I've gone through before, and then the new ones. Because I don't want people to be in trouble. And I don't want people to put their company in trouble. It has been going on a lot in town now, especially when the new people from the new carers who are just coming to the country, they've caused a lot of issues to their new employer. They've caused a lot of issues. Most of them intentionally, some of them naively. So please don't do what I won't do, and make sure that you focus on your job and you stop clipping time. And then I hope things will be better. Until next week, cheers.